Hey viewers, welcome to Vedic Astrology. Once again, I'm Manita Lenka. I'm a Vedic astrologer. And today I'm going to be discussing the planet of love, luxury, romance, beauty, aesthetics, happiness, marriage, and wife in a husband's chart. Yes, we are going to be talking about Venus, which is ingressing in the sign of Gemini. It's friendly zone, ruled by Mercury, and it's happening on the 2nd till the 30th of May, 2023. A very important and a very short transit, but yes, a very crucial one because Venus is also one of the gurus. If Jupiter is at number one place, second place is owned by Venus in the zodiac. So you can imagine how important is this transit. And as you all know, the eclipses have been happening from past 2.5 years in the sign of Venus and Mars. So it's going to end only in November when they leave this zone and move into the signs or owned by Mercury and Jupiter. So this is actually a very important transit also. Why? Because it is going to be conjunct. This Venus is going to be conjunct Mars to start with till the 10th of May. And it's in the trine to Ketu and Saturn also. Okay. And these three are going to be in Rahu's Nakshatra. And there is an eclipse also happening where the dispositor lord of this Venus, that is Mercury, is posited. That is in that 1-7 axis where Mercury is retrograde also. So you can imagine how this Venus's transit is so very crucial and important. But it's not that easy and simple to do the predictive based on this transit that, okay, it is posited in the Gemini sign and it's the ruler of Taurus and Libra and that's it. No, it is forming a very strong connection with almost all the planets because Ketu is in Libra sign, ruled by Venus. It's in trine to Venus. Mercury is in the sign ruled by Mars, where it's in exchange with Mars also. So it might sound very complicated and I make it very simple in the predictive though, but it is not that easy also. If somebody you're following and is telling you that this transit is very beautiful, it's very good, all, the happiness quotient, they are sharing. So please don't fall prey to such astrologers because, these are all marketing gimmicks. And since COVID has come in, I have seen so many astrologers just floating in the market. Today they just finished the course and that tomorrow they have started to teach also. And they have started to predict also. It's been 30 years that I have been doing this and I just brush it away and laugh it away, okay, fine, let them do it. Because, it's everybody's destiny which is working. But I don't want that the innocent people, very simple audience I have, to fall prey to such videos and to such astrologers who have not even got the basic knowledge and, they're just making and writing the destiny of the others. Not fair. It's not done. So please, I forewarn you all, be careful, just a word of caution, a friendly caution from your own astrologer, your very own astrologer, who is, I think, from past so many years, you have been seeing me, I think I've grown because of you all and very slowly. Because I feel that if you grow so fast, you fall so fast as well. So slow is better. Growth coming slowly and gradually and consistency is much better. And this Venus is teaching us all this. Okay. So don't fall prey to the false storytelling also. So this is the actual message that this Venus in the sign of the messenger, that is Gemini, is trying to teach us all. I will be sharing my insights on the dates first to start with, because there are certain dates which really need attention. You have to be careful about. And then I will be taking you through your 12 signs predictions. All right. So it's not that simple, but I try to make it simple for you all. And do enroll yourself in the Maharishi Parashara conference also, please. If you want to understand how I look at the transits, how one should see the transits from scratch and mix it up with the Dasha and your natal charts also. And I will be picking and choosing from the audience also a few charts, and I'll just be explaining what transit position is. So maybe you're lucky and you get the predictive then and there. So do enroll yourself. It's worth it. You're getting the discounts also. And it's going to be in November month. So if you enroll yourself now, you should mention that you are, booking for Vanita Lenka, or you can just drop an email to us also at vlastrology24@gmail.com that you've enrolled already in Maharishi Parashara conference. So drop an email. And if you really want to have make major decisions of life, so you should, I think, seek help and advice from the astrologer of your own choice. And if you want to seek advice from me, then you can book a reading at vlastrology24@gmail.com, or you can visit our website, vlastrology.com. All right. So enough of talking about the, the important event and all. So let me start with the the dates. I will share the screen to show you in the sky what is happening actually. So you will be able to have a fair idea about this transit, because how crucial is this transit is also, to be understood well. So pictorial form is always better, so that's why I use the North Indian and the South Indian charts, so that you can easily understand these transits, whatever, I'm talking about. So you see, the first and the foremost thing which is happening is when Venus is ingressing, it is going to be conjunct Mars. All right. So it is going to be conjunct Mars, which is the, in the Kalapurusha Kundali, the ruler of the first and the 8th houses, signs. So this is one, and is actually the Venus is the ruler of the 2nd and the 7th. So this is a very strong combination which happens in the sky. Whenever Venus and Mercury are together, Mars are together, they are forming a creative energy, procreative, basically, for childbirth, for relationship. This is a very, very positive combination. Venus is also going to be in the Gemini sign, and the ruler being Mercury, which is in Bharani Nakshatra that day when Venus transits, and is retrograde also. Okay. So there is an exchange till 10th of May between Mars and Mercury. So this is very positive for communication, for the marketing people, for teaching professionals, for the ones who are into sales, who are into designing, web designing, as we say, or anything to do with designing, film industry, glam industry, writers. For them, this is a very good combination which is happening because of this exchange. Okay. Then we have an eclipse which is happening, okay, on the 5th and the 6th of May. And this is going to be, again, a very important day, because I'll take you through first. So as you can see, let me see what date we are on. Okay. So this is the day of eclipse. Okay. So now Venus is in Mrigasira Nakshatra also. It's forming a straightaway connection with Mars. And as you can see, there is a Ketu in the Libra sign also, which is ruled by Venus. And there it is happening. The eclipse is happening here only in the Libra sign where Moon is. So Moon will be in Vishakha when this happens. It's in Swati when I've made this Kundli, but it is going to be in Vishakha Nakshatra when this eclipse, this is the time. So this is the time when the eclipse is going to be taking place, okay, in the midnight time. And also I want to tell you that there is a trinal connection with Venus, Saturn, and Ketu, which is a very powerful combination happening in the sky also. And that too in the Aries sign of Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Okay. And if you move a little bit further on the 8th, Venus is also going to be in the nakshatra ruled by, I'll just take you through. Let me change it. Okay, it's now in, can you see all three are in the nakshatras of Rahu. One is in Ardhara, Ketu is in Swati, Saturn is in Shatabisha. Now, these nakshatras of Rahu are very, very important, because if you will see, all four padas, all four charan are in these signs of Rahu's nakshatra. And there are four padas ruled by Jupiter and Saturn only. The Navmansha, the four Navmansha, the four padas, the four charan are of Jupiter and Saturn, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. That means this is a combination of Dharma and Karma Adityapati Yoga, which is a very, very important yoga. That is why when we choose the auspicious Muhurta, we see Ardhara Nakshatra, we pick Swati Nakshatra, we pick Satabisha Nakshatra, or we pick Saturn's Nakshatra, because they are the most pious nakshatras for Muhurta picking. And now when they are forming a connection together, simultaneously, so this is going to be a very serious kind of a situation which we are heading to. That means you will get all the chance to quit your karma right now. It is a very important transit for that reason. And when I was just going through this transit, I was just thinking of not making this video today. But when I saw this is such an important combination. It's like a conjunction which is happening in the sky of Venus and Saturn. See, Venus-Saturn combination, whenever happens, it's a dhana yoga, it's a wealth giving yoga which is forming. But with Ketu here, there will be complications in relationships now more. There will be that you'll be hearing more about misunderstandings more in relationships, communication gap. If the partner is matured, if your spouse is matured, if you come across a matured and a sensible and a serious partner, then the relationship will sustain. But otherwise, if you pick and choose a person who's very talkative, who's very bubbly, who's very young, then this might bring about some complications in the future also. So this is a very foundational period for everybody. So I don't have any script, nothing, just a chart, and I'm just speaking extempore. So I don't need it, to show you the pictures, show you the presentations. I don't need to do that. I just don't have to. So when you are having these kind of combinations, Mercury is retrograde. Any which ways, till the 15th of May, you are going to be feeling those kinds of energies even more. And Mercury, Venus and Ketu will be at exact degrees. As you can see, just 2 days later, if you will see, Ketu and Venus will be at the exact degree. So 11th of May, first date that I gave you was that it is going to be in Ardhara Nakshatra from 8 to the 21st. Venus is going to be. Before that was Mercury's retrogression and Mars conjunction and exchange till the 10th of May. Okay. So you have to make a note of these dates, that you have to be cautiously making decisions, though it is a good combination. But there's an eclipse also, which is happening in the sign ruled by Mars, and Mars is conjunct Venus. So this brings about a lot of issues in your mental setup, related to your relationship, related to your communication, and also, the areas which involve Venus a lot. Okay. Then we do have on the 11th, we have an exact conjunction or exact degrees. Venus and Ketu will be on 9 degrees 45 minutes, somewhere around that, exactly trying to Ketu. This Venus will be. So that's the time when you will have issues, so you have to lie low on the 11th of May, everyone, that don't make any big issue out of a small, like don't make a mountain out of a mole. So don't do that. Avoid any kind of confrontation arguments during this time. Also, we have on the 15th of May, Venus will be hemmed between. Now, let me make the chart of the so this is the day when they are closely conjunct. Can you see they are in the trine to each other? And then we move further on. Okay. Now here on the 13th of May, we have Saturn and Venus in trine to each other at the same degrees, along with Mercury as well. Can you see this? Now, this is again very important. Why? Because Saturn is going to be looking at this Mercury and is in trine to this Venus at the exact degrees. So communication with has to be in a very matured manner. overall, on mundane level, you have to be cautiously handling the situations, okay? And wealth-wise, economy-wise, it's a good time for sure, okay? Then we move on to the date when Sun enters. Now let me clear this off. I hope you have understood this. Now, just wait and see what happens next. You'll get to know. Okay, now see what is happening here. Mars has already transited through this zone. Okay. Sun is also going to be in Taurus sign, ruled by Venus, of course. Now, Venus is hemmed between, means on one side is Sun and on the other side we have a Mars, and is already in trine to Ketu, is already in trine to Saturn. So can you see what is happening here? Thankfully, Mercury has gotten direct. Now, this again brings about a lot of complications to Venetian traits, Venus related jobs, marketing, aesthetics, jewelry designing, any kind of designing, dress designing, fashion designing, whosoever is in the film industry, writing, glam industry, all these people have to be really cautious, because Venus is going to be hemmed between two malefics and aspected by or in trine to Saturn and Ketu also. People will say Ketu doesn't aspect. I take the trinal aspect also. I take the trinal connection for sure. That is something which, you must have heard about Bhrigu Nandinadi. You must be hearing a lot also from people. So this I have been taking from day one of making my videos. This is nothing new that I'm doing. So I have been using this trinal aspects already. So this is something which is going to be impacting the Venetian traits again. You have to be cautious about your communication skills. There will be a lot of misunderstandings that you'll be going through. It is not all hunky-dory every time. All the transits that look from the face of it very beautiful can be maneuvered. We can change them. Behavioral patterns we can change, but that is the reason I'm making the video, because you cannot escape from the wrath of the planets also at the same time. So if you are in the Dasha of Venus, if you are in the Dasha of Saturn and Ketu, then this transit is going to be giving you some kind of irritability also. Especially when you are talking, you will be talking something different. It has already transited when I'm making the video. So you can just see how it is happening, what is happening. So you might be little irritable. You might feel that, you are, Venus is also ego. He's the guru after all. Jupiter is ego because he's the guru, and Venus also. So you might have anger issues now. Suddenly you will feel there are many anger issues. Thankfully, when Venus goes into Ardhara Nakshatra and Swati Nakshatra, Ketu is, and Saturn is in Shatabisha. So this is also a very good time to heal yourself. So this Venus's transit is giving you an opportunity to heal yourself, to understand yourself and learn better about your communication skills, how you can improvise on that, how you can change your chemistry and bonding with others, the people around you, because Ketu is in the sign ruled by Venus also in the trine to itself. So this is going to be giving you an opportunity. Be mature, be sensible, restrict yourself. Don't blab, blab, blab. Too much of blabbering is not good. So just try to, don't fall prey to the storytelling, or don't misuse your talent that you have of storytelling by befooling others. So whatever you are doing, just draw a line. Don't get overboard. Don't do too many things simultaneously. Take it easy. These are the remedies. These work. If you want a transit to be in your favor, you have to maneuver yourself. You have to change yourself, right? These are all forewarning videos. Forewarning is forearmed. Being forewarned is forearmed. So this is like, I am just trying to Venus only wanted me to make this video. It was out of nowhere, out of nothing, that I just made this video. I was just doing the readings of the day. I was about to retire for the day, but then, suddenly I saw these combinations and I said, I must tell you that this is what this Venus is going to be doing on the mundane level. And then the nakshatras are also of Mars, Rahu, Jupiter that this Venus will be transiting through. So can you see the connection of Mars, Rahu, and Jupiter? Any which ways is there in the first house of the natural zodiac? Jupiter, Rahu are conjunct in Mars's sign. So Venus is connected to all the planets. It's actually forming a connection with all the planets. Okay, so this is going to be a very beautiful transit. At the same time, it is going to be giving you a lot of chances to change yourself and quit your karma with the person that you are actually having any kind of grudge. Maybe somebody appears, from the past only, and you have to quit the karma with that person. So that's also going to be there. All right. So, so this is also the time to, seed anything that you have to, any kind of, it's said that you want to start something you should be doing during this time also. Anything, any kind of initiation that you can do as well. And any kind of, if you are into travels, you want to travel, you want to plan any journeys, etc. Air, because this is the Aries sign, so you can do that as well. And you can propose to the person that you have been dating, from a long time. So this is something which is very generic. I will be taking you through to the sign-wise predictions. Please do watch the summary part. It is very essential because there's lots to offer in the summary part. Please do subscribe my channel also if at all you feel that it's really worth it. Okay, so let's start with the predictive without wasting more time. Okay, so starting with Aries first. So for Aries natives, Venus is going to be transiting your third house, being the ruler of the second and the seventh, and there's lots to offer. Mercury is retrograde when this thing happens, and there is a Mars is conjunction to start with till the 10th, and then we have a Saturn Ketu in trine. I've made the whole summary part is very important. Please do watch that. So when we see that this is the combination which is happening, in the third house, so this will bring about a lot of moments where you will get agitated. You might get lack of connection. You might find that, you're planning your trips, you're planning your journeys, but it's not working. So till the 15th of May, when the dispositor lord is retrograde, that is Mercury, you have to just calm down. You have to relax. You don't have to get carried away by the influences of others. It is a good transit. It's a beautiful transit. No, it's not just a beautiful transit. It is an excellent transit, I would say, because it's coming to teach you something. Venus is here to teach you something related to your relationship, related to your communication. You have to be very poised. You have to be very refined. You have to refine yourself. This is what Venus wants you to do in this transit. And Saturn is in trine to Venus. Ketu is in trine. So you have to be more spiritually inclined now. Get involved in the spiritual pursuits. Get connected with your partner and grow yourself spiritually also. It's not just that you have to be very, materialistic all the time. Don't be too selfish, don't just fall prey to convince and express yourself, to charm others. No. Get that hold of yourself, that gravity, because it's a dual sign after all. An Aries sign. So you will have a lot of ideas coming into your mind, creativity, all that will be there. Opportunities will also be there. You might just get connected with your siblings, female counterparts. So that's a good thing, to communicate, but you have to be very, very composed. It's a very sensitive transit, I would call it, to be precise. Okay. So when these kind of transits happen, you have to be mixing with all the planets. What is it going to bring us? If it is just Venus in the Gemini sign, I'm good to go. Yeah, it's very beautiful. Oh, it's communication wise very good. You're going to be doing very well in your at your workplace. You're going to be marrying people, somebody, and you'll be making money. All that is good. But Venus is forming a connection with other planets also. It's straight away forming a connection. Lunar eclipse is happening. Why? Because it is forming a connection with the lunar eclipse directly. because it's an exchange between Mercury and Mars. So you have to calm down. You don't have to give up also. At the same time, you have to be very cautiously communicating. Maybe, you have to take care of your communication, your writing skills. Maybe you're having some complications while conveying your mind to others. And then you see that, oh my God, why did I do that? You regret later. That is something that you have to be cautious about your public relations, right? You might be promoting yourself. You might be publicizing yourself. That is something which will be very attractive, but it might just be very short term. So be careful about all those issues also. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Taurus. So your ascendant lord is going to be in the second house from itself, which is again very positive for you, to decide about your, the theme will be about how you can be in the limelight, how you can be communicating, how can you be conversing with people about your money matters. What is it that you should be, doing to come out of the loans, the debts, the problems that you have been going through, or the health issues that you have been suffering with. So all that is actually going to be taking, coming into the limelight more. Now is the time when, there is an eclipse also happening in your 12th house. So it might be bringing about expenditures in the foreign land more, because Mercury is retrograde and Mercury is the dispositor lord, that is the ruler of Gemini sign. So we have to see what is the condition of Mercury. So till the time Mercury goes direct, this Venus is not going to be giving you that great results in communication, especially. It is directly connected with Mars and Mercury and Ketu and Saturn. So at the workplace, you have to be very cautious about your communication. Maybe you will say something, just out of the blue, and it might just hurt somebody, or it might just not be accepted by others. So Saturn being there will give you that opportunity to rectify things. You will get an opportunity to just go back and see what is it that you did wrong. Now let me correct it. It might just help you think sensibly before communicating anything. That's what Saturn and Ketu in trine to Venus want you to do. You have to work on your comfort level. Don't be lazy. You are in that comfort zone. You're just slowly and gradually going into that comfort zone. Eating habits, wrong eating habits, you can get into. So you have to be working on those areas. That is why I'm making this video, to forewarn you that if this is happening, just avoid. This is in the house of food also, no? So you have to avoid all, eating outside food, having too much of, outside food and too much of sweets. Okay. And this will actually be giving you a lot of expenditure on your possessions. Like, you want to accumulate more, jewelry, dresses, spending to show off, like that kind of a thing also. So you have to work on that. And you can be very sugar-coated. Be careful, because Venus is in the second house of speech. So Saturn is looking, so you have to be cautious, because, Saturn is not liking all this. Saturn doesn't like all the sugar-coated talks. So you have to be very cautious when you are conveying something to others for your own benefit. Okay. Anything to do with banking, anything to do with your, accumulation of wealth, financial help, if you want, you can just go ahead with that. It's a very, supportive transit. If you want some loans, etc., so that will be granted. Any kind of overindulgence in anything, in physical pleasures and pet pleasures and all, you have to control that, or you have to tame those energies also during this time. It can lead to too much of sexual urge, but Saturn and Ketu being there in the trine to Venus will actually hold you back. So you have to, or maybe you should be held back. Okay, so that's something. And any kind of business partnership you are thinking of starting, let Mercury get direct, and then this Venus is going to be giving you excellent results, because Mercury is with Jupiter, which is your second and your 11th house conjunction, which is happening. Good for acquiring knowledge also. Enhance your skills, get into the depth of it, get into the nitty-gritties of what you actually want to do, because this is going to be giving you some kind of in-depth knowledge also. It is going to be giving you extraordinary business opportunities also. Now you have to see how you can improve on your social interactions and how you can use those opportunities, those business opportunities well. Okay, and it is also a good time for inner transformation and any kind of occult sciences, anything to do with the astrology. Okay, so you can improvise on that also. Coming to the next sign, that is Gemini. Now, Gemini is where this transit is happening. So do hear the summary part. It's very essential to hear the dates that I've mentioned. That will help you understand this transit better, what exactly is happening in the sky. So when Venus is in your first house, so definitely, you're going to be looking after your health and your looks and your persona. You're just getting too attractive. You're working on your attractiveness. You're cultivating your attractiveness and personal charm. But do remember that there is a trinal connection of Saturn and Ketu. Ketu is also there looking at this Venus, and there is Saturn in the trine. So this will bring about a lot of seriousness also in your approach towards handling things now. You're going to be very matured in your relationships. You're going to be very sensible, and you're going to be very detached in your relationships also. You might just feel that, you are not right now, Venus in the first house, you might be thinking that, oh, wow, I can get married, etc. Oh, it's a good time to get into a relationship. But Ketu and Saturn will stop you from doing so, because they are actually the planets of detachment, coldness, cold planets. And Venus is the hot planet in the Aries sign. So this is a time when you will have to be very composed, sensible in relationship, in communication with your partner. If you are already in relationship, you have to be cautiously playing out with in the relationship also. It might just give you a very inclination or involvement in your business, arts, fashion. You will be getting more inclined towards understanding others also. And you want that you have to have some fun activity. You have that inclination also during this time. Overindulgence is wrong, or is bad for you right now. Just don't be wasteful. Don't get involved in things which actually, you really don't need. Be cautious. And the dates that I've mentioned, first, I've told you about the eclipse, which is happening on the 5th and the 6th. Then there is exact trinal connection with Ketu at the same degrees on the 11th of May. So be careful on the 11th of May also. That's the time when you can have complications in your relationship, in your speech, communication. You can have some issues there. Okay. And there is a possibility on the 15th of May that you have, because Sun will be in your 12th house and Mars will be in your second house. There can be that you're spending a lot of money on showing off your wealth to others. So that's the time you have to be cautious again. Don't fall prey to your flamboyancy and, just how you can just attract people by your wealth. So don't be too flashy during that time. And thankfully, Mercury will be turning direct, and it's going to be in your 11th house getting direct. So for sure, this is good for business prospects. And anything that you want to, just complete in education, or anything to do with your proposals that you're getting, or you want to finalize or shortlist something like that. So that also you can do. Overseas income is going to increase. Okay. Anybody who's in the hospital is going to get discharged if somebody is suffering. So this is something which is definitely very positive. Saturn in the 9th house, not considered to be that great, for it's like losing somebody in your life, from your life. So that's something that I really don't appreciate in transit when Saturn is in the 9th house. But this is a very good time for writing abilities. You want to get married, so you will get a mature partner. So for that, it is good. Okay. And there is okay, one date I wanted to share with you. Because it's a dual sign, so get involved in some work which involves two things at the same time, at a time. So see what you can get involved in. What is it that what you want to do, or what interests you? Okay, that's a remedy also. Coming to the next sign, that is Cancer. So for Cancer, these this conjunction to start with is happening in your 12th house of Mars and Venus, and then there is there's an exchange between Mars and Venus, Mars and Mercury till the 10th of May in the 12th house of yours. So this brings about a lot of spirituality, in you. You suddenly become too much involved in the NGOs, hospitals, or doing for others. Your imagination grows exponentially. That poetic you, that comes out. And there is a lot of compassion which you have. You become very compassionate suddenly. And as it is, there's a Ketu and Saturn. Saturn is in the 8th house as it is. So you're very spendthrift. At the same time, you might be spending on spirituality, spiritual places, your religious places you're visiting, and you're spending there. Now is the time when you will get into the depth of everything. You want to understand everything in detail. You're not going to leave anything unturned. You want to get into the details. You might be critical, self-critical also at times, but it will involve something which is very, very important, very, very serious. It's not about a very superficial kind of a knowledge or understanding. No. So this is something which is going to be uplifting your behind the scenes job. So behind the scenes could be that, if a movie is being made, you're behind the camera doing, the lighting, or, your costume designing, something like that. So that is going to get uplifted, and you will be getting involved in some kind of educational institution also. Some NGO you will get connected to. And being the ruler of your 4th and the 11th Lord, you must understand that this is a very positive time for leaving your country and settling overseas also, if at all you are waiting for your visa, etc. So by the 15th, you will get to know, 15th, 16th, you will get to know, okay, I have to leave this country, I have to be in the country itself. So all those things are also going to be getting activated now. And Ketu is in your 4th house, dear. So you have to be very careful while driving. You have to be careful while purchasing or selling of your property, land, etc. This is the time to make very decisions very cautiously. Just hold yourself while communicating. Just hold yourself back as to how you can just cut down on the silly talk or unnecessary blabbering. So you have to be very cautious. Don't get involved in any kind of gossips also. It might just be spoiling your own personality in public. So it can lead to some defamation also. So be cautious. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Leo. And I have already given the dates in the beginning part. So just be careful about that. It'll help you. So for Leo natives, 11th house, this transit is happening in your 11th house. And in trine to this is a Ketu and a Saturn. So there is a possibility of getting a mature partner if you're looking for marriage. It is going to be giving you a lack of connection, which is very, very, different reading I'm giving you. Lack of connection with your neighbors. You feel disconnected with your own siblings. You feel that, you are saying something and they are understanding something. And it's a very beautiful time to isolate yourself from the friends who are bringing you down. So this is the time when you will get to know who's who, what kind of friend circle you're moving around in, what kind of community is that you are moving around in, the community that really, you will get to know about. the right kind of people will be there in your life. Humanitarian causes, suddenly you will get very sentimental about serving people. Maybe some female counterparts, you just go to an NGO where the female uh, are abused, and you're going to be helping them. So those kinds of organizations you will be getting connected with. And friends, will be thick now. The ones who are there in your life, they're going to be there, and the ones who are going to be pulling you down all the time, they have been doing that. So now is the time they'll be weeded away. So you're going to be weeding, or they'll be weeded away themselves. So this is a beautiful time for you, in fact. And there will be a lot of opportunities that you'll be getting for being creative, some arts, drama, music, and maybe in those groups, where some dance group you'll be joining. Suddenly you think of joining a dance group, or you want to just start writing a book. Okay, with the support of your friends, maybe they'll push you. Okay, come on, you're a very good writer, you just write a book. You're very intelligent, you do this, do that. Okay, and you will not be immature yourself, because Saturn is in trine. No, this is a very good combination for wealth also. Saturn, Venus in trine to each other is good for wealth, but Ketu is also there. So wealth will be spent on spiritual pursuits. Okay, by maybe your siblings, or maybe due to your siblings, or because of you yourself also. And there's a Mercury which is going to get direct on the 15th of May. So that's the time when you will be actually exploring the untested waters. You will be wanting to explore the wealth prospects now. Or there can be some travel plans which are going to be taking place. Just be careful. 5th and 6th is the lunar eclipse, which is forming a direct connection with this Venus, because it is happening in the sign of Mars, and Mars and Mercury are forming an exchange. So which means that there will be a complication related to your father, or there can be complications while traveling. So be careful about that. Learn more. Higher education is always the key to success. That is something which the learning should never ever stop. I always convey to everybody, and I follow the same path. Coming to the next one, that is Virgo. Please do watch the summary part. I have mentioned all the dates over there, and there are certain dates which are very, very tough. So you must follow that. For Virgo natives, let's go to Virgo natives. See, Venus debilitates in your first house, the sign. So when Venus is in your 10th house, so there can be that you will get attracted to doing multitasking. You want to do many things at a time. You want to be more in the limelight. You want to explore too many things at a time. But you must understand that this will give you complications at the place of work, because Ketu is in your second house. Whatever you earn, whatever you do, your karma, you accumulate it in the second house. So maybe, with the people that you're trying to do, or you're expecting that people will give you all sorts of accolades, acknowledgements. So all that is going to deplete because of this Ketu in the trine and Saturn in the trine, house of service. So Saturn wants you to serve others unconditionally. Not that you are going to be, just doing and you're expecting that why I'm not getting those kinds of acknowledgement, why they're not recognizing me, why they're not giving me that kind of acknowledgements and recognition at the place of work. Your karma that you are born for, you are going to be having those kinds of obstacles and hurdles also, whatever you're doing, because of the Saturn and Ketu combination in the trine. And Mercury is retrograde. Eclipse is happening in your 8th house. So you have to actually work on the opportunities that are waiting for you. You have to work and grab those opportunities. The opportunities definitely are there, because it is, after all, the 8th house. House of death means something will end and then the new things will start. And with the lunar eclipse in the 8th house, definitely something new is coming your way. Something new, something better, something big is coming your way. Lunar eclipse is in your 2-8 axis. So for your wealth, you will be very concerned. You'll be focused on your relationship with your family, with your people around you. You will be very much concerned about your job, how you can improvise on yourself. So all that will be actually going into your head, all the time. And maybe, at the place of work, you get attracted to somebody, and that person is maybe very mature, very sensible, better than you maybe. Okay. So just go grab that opportunity that you're going to be getting. Why not? Learn more. You can learn from that person. Okay. And it can also give you some kind of personal, material, and social benefit also in the 10th house after Mercury goes direct, because Mercury is the dispositor lord of the 10th house and the Lagnesh also. So Mercury is a very important graha for you people any which ways. So once Mercury goes direct, so it's going to be moving towards the 9th house, and Sun is also going to be in the 9th house. So your maybe, with your father, with your mother, you will have good cordial relationships also. Father might be having some transfer, thinking about some transfers. Okay. And Mars is also going to be leaving the zone. Mars is going to be being the 8th lord in the 11th house. So some speculative income you're already thinking of, some business prospects are coming in into your mind, some ideas. So all that is also very positive. You should actually be progressing on that path. You should take it up seriously. Okay. And in case there are certain authoritative figures you are having complications with all, will also get sorted. But you must understand that, Ketu and Saturn are in trine and are going to be all of them in the Rahu's Nakshatra, which is in the 8th house. Take care of your health. Okay. I repeat, take care of your health. Heal yourself and then heal others also. That's something that you will be getting, that opportunity you're going to be getting also. Okay. In relationship, you'll be healing, yourself and others. Coming to the next sign, that is Libra. See, for Libra natives, this is your Lagnesh after all, transiting your 9th house. Out of the 8th house, it's transiting the 9th house, the house of luck. So this is definitely very positive. Ketu is over your 1st house. Rahu, Jupiter, Sun, Mercury, they are in your 7th house. And Mercury is retrograde. Mercury being the ruler or the dispositor lord of Venus. So this might bring about some travels, some journeys. You will be understanding how you can uplift yourself. Some commercial opportunities you will get. Or there can be that you will be participating in some cultural, educational, or religious activities because of Saturn and Ketu also in the trine to this. So quit your karma. Quit your karma with your children, with your people around you, or, just change your outlook towards everything. Change your personality, change yourself towards a better human being. Compassionate. That compassion is required. How you can just do for others. That ability you will recognize that, okay, I have this in me. I have to do it for now others, rather than just thinking about your own self. Get detached from, for a while, from the material realms, and you find that, there is a lot of peace that you're getting. With this transit, you will feel that, everything is just started to move now. In case you're thinking of going to the, to the foreign lands, or you're thinking of some growth prospects definitely are on cards, because Venus out of the 8th house is going to be in the 9th house. So you're looking at the bigger picture now. The place is changing, your personality is changing, your mindset is changing now, which is again very, very strong and very positive. So you have to hold on to it, because this is a foundation which is being laid, because it's in the 9th and 10th and 11th. 3 transits are going to be favorable for you. So if you don't use this transit, then I don't know what will happen. You'll be just missing the bus. Then you have to wait for the transit to happen in your 4th house, in Capricorn, because after this, only in Capricorn it will feel good, because Ketu is already there in Libra sign, and I don't know when it is going to be transiting. Okay, let me see. In Libra, it is going to be transiting on 30th of November. Okay, so that's good too. So this is going to be in Taurus, then Gemini, Cancer. Okay, it's going to go retrograde also, by the way, I must tell you. Venus is going to turn retrograde also. So let's wait for that. But yes, it's going to be in the Gemini sign from, okay, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Cancer. Okay, that's far away right now. So it is going to be giving you some mixed kind of results here, I would say, that if you're thinking of travels, etc. So you just wait for Mercury to get direct, that only it is going to be helping you. But you will be teaching now. Maybe suddenly you have that interest to teach others, educate others. Only then your knowledge will increase. That cycle has to start. Okay. So coming to the next sign, that is Scorpio. Please do hear the summary part. I have mentioned lot many things in that summary. That'll help you understand the dates. Let me just do for Scorpio. Okay. So for Scorpio natives, this transit is happening in your 8th house. Okay. Mars is also going to be there till the 10th of May and then will transit the 9th. Mercury is in the 6th house. So 6, 8, 12 houses all are occupied. So when those sthanas are occupied, the best remedy is that don't criticize anybody. That's the best remedy. I don't think so anybody has given you ever. Don't criticize anyone. And you see how those sthanas become positive sthanas for you. And they start giving you good results. See, in the 8th house, generally, it is not that bad a transit because, it will give you many opportunities. Because you will be actually, finishing certain things and starting new, something very fresh. Your interaction with people will increase as it is a Gemini sign. So you're very interactive, or maybe, you're thinking a lot in your head. When Gemini sign is there, it's a thinker, no? He's a thinker. So you will be thinking about many things. Maybe you're thinking about physical relationships a lot. How you can, what kind of ways you can, just perform. So all that also goes into the fantasizing world. That can also happen. But then, you have to yourself see, overindulgence is not the right thing to do. Overindulgent you can become in your thought process, in your thinking process. You have to be careful. This is very positive for occult people who are in tarot, healing, in case you are into astrology also. This is a very good combination which is happening. And Mercury is also turning direct after all, after 15th. So that will also be a very good thing. Ketu is in your 12th house, Saturn in the 4th, Venus in the 8th. So this is the trine, which is a very powerful trine, which is happening. So very positive if you get spiritually inclined. If anybody is suffering in the hospital, heal that person, send them good vibes. This is your remedy. And don't think that you are the only person, without you, nothing will happen. Don't think like that. The moment you stop thinking like that, though Scorpios are not like that because, people have hyped a lot against Scorpio people. I don't know why. Nothing personal, but, I have seen, Scorpio people are very in depth, they don't do anything superficially. If they get attached to somebody, they will do anything. They'll give their life for that person. But if they don't like anybody, they will just stay away, aloof. And people think that, wow, they're so cold, they're so snooty, this person is not my types, doesn't mix. I don't like this person. So they are categorized into that, but they give two hoots. You think whatever you have to. They are least bothered. So the best part about you is that you have a Saturn in the Kendra in its own zone, and Venus is coming in the trine to that, and that is going to uplift you in your new jobs, in business, in your finance, in your change of place, in case you're thinking of growth. So definitely you're going to be getting that opportunity also. You will be getting connected to those people who are going to be very committed to you. You're going to be very artistic also. 8th house, no? It's going to give you that artistic bent of mind. Business acumen also, because 7th Lord in the 8th house. Connection with your in-laws might improve. Okay, and there can be some movements also. You might be just traveling, you might be just thinking of your thought process is going to intensify. So this is definitely a very positive time for those things. But at the same time, you have to maneuver yourself, you have to change your behavior, you have to get serious now, you have to stop talking against people. It's very enjoyable, I know. Talking about anybody against anybody is very easy and very enjoyable, but it has repercussions. It does have repercussions. That's why I said stop misusing your talent of storytelling. Storytelling is a beautiful thing, but to befool others, not good. Don't do that. Anything that you are doing which is like, which involves self-centric approach that you want to do, avoid that. Okay, so this is something which will help you grow as well. No, everything will be then beautiful. Okay, so just make sure that on the 11th of May, on the 5th, 6th of May, and till the time Mercury is retrograde, don't make any hasty steps. Just go slow, go slow. Okay, think about it. You're speaking something, people will grasp those words and will take you against those words as against you. So don't do that. Be a little extra cautious. That's what I can say. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Sagittarius. For Sagittarius natives, this transit is in your 7th house of Venus. From the 6th, now it's in the 7th house. So much better. It's its own zone after all. So it's going to get too much of energy towards, your focal point is relationship, how you can improvise on relationship, how you can get involved in a relationship deeply. So all that is on your mind, and how you can be involved in intimacy also. So this is a very good time to be more communicative with your partner rather than keeping things to yourself. It is going to be giving you opportunity to understand your friends also, because Ketu is there in your 11th house and trying to Venus. Now, there is in the 11th house, a lot of planets are there from Venus. So this is going to be giving you a lot of opportunities also. And in friend circle, you'll be very popular and famous. But at the same time, you will be able to understand your friends better. Okay, I don't need this. I don't want this person in my life. So you will gradually pull yourself away from that person. Why? Because you're not getting that kind of, what do you call, the positives, you're not getting that kind of connection, that connectivity, or that kind of, see, some people bring you down, right? So you might feel that this person is just trying to, use me, and not giving me that kind of, the value addition. Yes, this is the word I wanted. The value addition is not there. So you are going to be coming out of those people who are not good for you, who are not value added, adding value to your life. So you will be getting all those clarities. Now you'll be getting that clarity also. Okay. So, and also I want to say one more thing, what is happening in the 7th house. 7th house is the house of public. So those who mind don't matter. And, those who matter, they don't mind. Think this, about, very deeply. Those who mind, they don't matter. And those who matter, they don't mind. So they will remain forever in your life. Okay. So just because of the Saturn in the trine to Venus, you will get all these ideas, you will get all these thoughts which will be running through in your mind also. So this is actually very positive, and don't be too harsh on yourself. Okay. If you feel that, you're just doing a formality, or that person will get hurt or something. No, this is not the time to think about that. Good for relationship, of course, improvising on your relationship, with your partner, with your spouse, with your, your love relationship. So this is a good time. And also, this is a time to finish what you have started. It's a closure time. Whatever you have started. Maybe you propose that person, now you want to marry that person, or you want to propose that person. That can also happen. Somebody from the past will also appear. Could be that somebody suddenly appears from the past and you quit the karma with that person. Quite likely. Okay. And also, this is a good time for travel, because 7th house is the house of travels also. So plan your journeys. And on the 11th of May, just be cautious in your communication with your partner, with the people around you, because Ketu and Venus are going to be at the close degrees, same degrees, in fact. So this will bring about some complications in relationship. You might become very spiritual that day. So that is also equally good. So 15th of May, Mercury will be getting direct. Then Sun transits here on the 15th of May, and then Venus will be hemmed, and Mars is going to be in your 8th house. So Venus is going to be hemmed between two malefics also. The 7th house affairs will suffer. Venus's affairs will suffer. So if you're in marketing, teaching, communication, industry, counselor, so all those you have to be very careful when you are, giving advice to others, especially. Okay. So take care. After the 15th, you will feel that, your communication is getting better and matured and sensible also at the same time. Okay. So that's good. Do hear the summary part. A lot of material is there in the summary part, because I've explained the transits better. So coming to the next sign, that is Capricorn. So for Capricorn natives, this transit of Venus is happening over your 6th house, sorry about that. It's happening over your 6th house. Now, 6th house is the place where Venus feels very uncomfortable, debilitates there. Why? Because Venus is not an analytical planet. Venus is compassionate. Venus is love, luxury, romance, all of that. So Venus in the 6th house, which is the house ruled by Mercury, any which way, is the Virgo sign. So here, he has to be very particular about, calculative, or, very analytical. So Venus is not too good with this. So he feels quite uneasy in the 6th house. He feels that, oh, I have to be, no, I can't laze around. I have to be working hard. Venus is not the planet of hard work. No. That is why he gets Digbala in the 4th house, which is the night, party time. Venus loves to party. Okay. Venus denotes party, that entertainment, midnight time, because it's the 4th house where Moon and Venus get Digbala. So in the 6th house, you will feel that you are actually having difficulty in serving others. You feel that you don't want to be overworked, but you are overworked. You're going to be getting a lot of work, or maybe, you're expecting growth. You are looking for those numbers, but you're not getting. So all of that can happen. At the same time, repaying of loans, getting cured, because Venus is Sanjeevani. So you will get the cure of your disease that you have been going through from a long time. Okay. Not a good time for litigation, because Venus will be hemmed between two malefics, Mars and Sun also. So be careful about the litigation part, legal disputes. You might just get entrapped, and you might just get sucked up by the energies of those as well. Those lawyers who are actually, hounding, they might just squeeze or fleece a lot of money out of you and will not give you any kind of favors to you. Nothing favorable can happen. So you have to be cautious, because Saturn is there, Ketu is there in trine. So you have to be cautious when you're paying the fee to the lawyer, or when you are doing anything to do with your duty, the job at the place of work. So you might just get too much workload, during this time. And you will be thinking about your financials and family also very seriously now. So, which is fine. And Venus is your Yoga Karagraha after all. Venus is the ruler of your trine and Kendra. That is your 5th and the 10th houses. So this is a very positive time to initiate something in romance, initiate something, or take the relationship to another level. Quite possible that you will be successful in that also. Take care of your health. Get in that zone where you are going to be looking good. How you look good? You are looking after your body, you're looking after your mind, healthy eating. Okay, so just follow that, and then you see how this Venus will start giving you good results. And women at the place of work, respect them and do something about it, where you get to get connected with them and take their favors, and they might just be of some help also to you. Okay, so this might be bringing about some workload which you really are not looking for. At the same time, you will get a lot of clarity also about your work, whatever you have been doing, serving or anything. But you will be you should be motivated. You have to find that motivation for yourself. Okay, and now coming to the next one, that is Aquarius. So when you're doing the readings, you should see the whole chart and see how the planets are forming a connection. So initial summary part, for that reason, is very essential, because I've given the dates very, very meticulously. I have planned everything about this transit. So please pay attention to that also, especially the summary part. I request you all, because the dates are very important. When on the 11th, when there is a close vicinity of Ketu and Venus, it's going to be really an important day for you. Okay, check and then write in the comment section what all you went through, what all happened on those dates. Okay, now Venus is in your 5th house, and it is in trine to Saturn, which is in your 1st, and Ketu in your 9th. So now is the time when you're going to be getting on your toes very seriously. Your approach towards relationship, your approach towards yourself is getting very serious. About your religion, about your spiritual pursuits, you're going to be very much serious now. Excuse me. Now is the time your fun activities are going to be the most important activities. Maybe, you're going to be learning from those activities also, from your guru, from your own partner, romantic partner. You will learn from your own, workplace, the people at your workplace. You're going to be learning now some new lessons coming your way. Travels also teach you a lot, remember. So you might just get into that zone where you're going to be not just thinking about relationship, sex, drama. No. Now you're going to be getting seriously in that zone where you upgrade yourself as a person. What are you within? This Venus is a very important planet. You have just confined it, just limited it to love, romance, sex, relationship. No. Venus is also the guru after all. He is the guru. How can he just be giving you the material pleasures only? It is going to be giving you spiritual pleasures also. The fun activity, it can also be, part of your spiritual growth. You feel that, oh, wow, today I felt so good about myself. You achieved something. Mercury is retrograde. So do not fall prey to any hasty decisions, making communications miserable, because in your relationship you can have all of that. In your investments, it can be a very difficult situation till the time Mercury is retrograde, because Mercury is your 8th lord, your 5th lord, and these are the houses involved in your wealth also, growth of wealth. So when you see the transit, you just don't have to see on the 5th house, the rulership. Okay, this is a yoga karagraha, it is going to give excellent results. No, it is not going to be giving only good results. It is going to be giving good and bad both, because it is in trine to the malefic planets. How can we forget that? And it is going to be part of eclipses. Directly, indirectly, it is the part of this lunar eclipse also, which is on the 5th and the 6th. Very important. Please be careful when you're communicating with people or you're investing, because Venus is also the planet of wealth. So the wealth might suffer if you are not planning everything well. You will lose that wealth. Wealth could be the wealth of relationship. Wealth could be wealth of monetary. Wealth could be of your knowledge also, because it's in the trine to Ketu, higher learning. So you have to upgrade yourself. How you do that? How do you do that? You can't just restrict yourself to one thing, no? Only one thing? No. You have to keep learning, learning, learning. That process never ends. It should never end. Okay. So this is going to be giving you, it's opening the, the bigger picture for you. It is giving you that platform now. This Venus transit is very, very important. Highly, highly, um, not given that kind of respect, actually. This Venus has not been given that kind of respect. Its transit has not been given that kind of respect, but it is a very important transit because we pay attention to only Saturn, Rahu, Ketu, Jupiter. We just keep humming all those songs. No, but Venus, Mercury transits are very, very crucial. Every time they are transiting, you must look into it. Mars, they're forming connection with Mars. All the planets are in Mars's sign. So you will have complications related to your siblings, your relationship with your neighbors, with your siblings, with your peers. You will have complications here and there. If you're thinking of selling off the property, you will have problems there as well. So you have to work through these documentation. Maybe you're filing a visa or you're filing a PR. You can have some complications here and there over there because it's in the 11th house from Venus. 11th house from Venus, where the configuration of planets is, clustering of planets is. So this might bring about complications and in your relationship with your older siblings or in wealth giving. It might just be giving you troubles there. Or with your friends, you can have some, misunderstanding. So you have to work on these things to improvise. You can easily do it. That's why I'm forewarning you that this can happen. Don't sugarcoat anything. Don't be a storyteller. Don't be a storyteller. Don't fake it. Just don't fake things. Don't put up things in such a way that, people just take you as for granted. Don't put yourself in that condition. Saturn is in your first house. Be mature, be sensible, be composed now. You're getting that opportunity. I always tell this to Aquarius people because Saturn is in their first house. Though it is giving the result of 12th house still because it's in the Navamsha in the 12th house. But at the same time, you as a person, you can improvise. Stop spending on things which you really don't need. Okay? Don't waste your money. Coming to the last sign, that is Pisces. See, I have given the initial summary part. Please do hear Pisces. I have given the dates, which are very important to note and to make decisions, major decisions, avoid. Okay, especially on the eclipses, lunar eclipse, which is on the 5th and the 6th. Then there is 11th when Venus is going to be in trine to Ketu. Exact degrees. Ketu is in your 8th house. Take care of your health. Don't make hasty decisions. Saturn is in your 12th. So the those thanas are already taken by the Malefics. So what's left? Thankfully, Venus is coming to your Kendra. So it is positive for you. You might be getting some chances to travel overseas, connect with the people who are very important and influential in your life. You are a party animal right now because Venus in the 4th house means Digbala. So you are into leisurely life. You want to be decorating your home environment, party, throwing a party, etc. All that is something which is on your mind, beautifying everything. But Ketu and Saturn, what will they do? They will deplete these things. They will minimize these things because Saturn and Ketu, they don't want you to overindulge in anything. They are the detaching ones, cold ones. So you will have some detaching energies also with your family members. Okay. You are going to be connecting with your, the people who are going to be helping you in your financials. You might just take the advice of the people who are into financials or dealing in the financial matters. So you actually will be meeting somebody of those kinds also. So make the best use of this transit, because, it's not just about, love, luxury, romance, home, family, just, making money, wealth. No, it's about your own growth also, your, how you can, just without wasting explaining others, how you can prove yourself. Now, this is the opportunity this Venus is going to be giving you. You will be at home, you will be getting connected with people who are going to understand you. This is the time. This is the time that you're getting that opportunity. And those who mind, they should not matter. And the ones who actually matter, they will never mind. They will be with you. They will always be with your side, by your side. And stop being paranoid, please. Ketu is in your 8th house. Stop being paranoid. Take it easy. You're too hyper. And the eclipse is also happening in your 8th house. So there are golden opportunities that you're going to be getting now. Golden opportunities, I'm saying. Because there is always a silver lining, as we say. So this is the time when you will be getting out of that zone where you are, just thinking about growth, material world, all that, you will be now coming out and you will be thinking about the bigger picture. Okay. And maintain that quality, the quality of work, people, maintain that good quality. Okay. So if you maintain good quality, that will lead to quality also. Okay. So this is a very good time to understand yourself better, to understand how you can improvise on yourself better, how you can make your life better also, how you can have the happiness quotient in your life. So all of that is going to get triggered up as well. And in case you're thinking of any movement, any place change, etc., that is also going to be happening. Infinite resources. You're heading to infinite resources, abundance, overcoming the obstacles that you have been going through. So this is like, getting that kind of courage also to make decisions now. So just wait for this Mercury to get direct and you see how things are going to be improving in your life. For sure. Okay. Because Mercury is your 7th lord and your 4th lord also. So some exciting breakthroughs that you can anticipate during this time. Okay. So this is it for all the 12 ascendants, moon signs, or the Dasha sign wise predictions. I forgot to mention initially. So I'm telling you right now that if you want to hear from where you should be seeing, see from ascendant first and then your moon, and also from the current dasha you are in. Suppose you are in the dasha of Jupiter. Jupiter is in Scorpio, so make Scorpio your first house. Make Scorpio your first house. Or if you are in the long dasha of Jupiter, so you check what antardasha you're in. Suppose you are in the antardasha of Saturn, and Saturn is in your Aries sign. So make Aries your first house and see how the transit positions are in the sky. Then you will get better results. So for Aries, it's a 3rd house transit. So here the reading for the 3rd house, you will get to know what exactly is happening. Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching me live and watching my videos. Do subscribe, do like, do share my videos. Thank you so much for watching and have a great, great Venus ingress in the sign of Gemini. Om Tat Sat.